welcome back to another episode. So I'm sure you'll have noticed by the thumbnail that we're not actually in Porsche today. It's a bit of a bonus special episode. I've wanted to do this episode for quite a while, to be honest, but weather, a lot of other things, work restrictions, things like that, it's just not lined up. So today, weather's absolutely gorgeous. I was like, Joel, can I take your car out? Can I do a video on it? And he was like, yeah, go do your thing. But I just wanted to do a little bit in a video on it to kind of just showcase it a little bit and just show what you can do when you put your mind to something. It's an absolute testimony to Joel, what he's done to this car. I think you'll really appreciate it. I'm going to drive to a little location now. I'm going to have a little walk around car, externally, internally, do a bit of a deep dive on it. I'd like to show you sort of what's been done to it, a little bit of history on the car, a few other little bits and bobs, and then once we're done, I'm going to do a little drive back to Joel's house, put camera on exterior at car, get a few shots, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll see you at the starting point where I'm going to do this video. And I'm also testing out a new microphone, so I'm hoping that audio's a little bit better, a little bit clearer, but let me know, or I'm sure I'll see you when I'm editing it. Catch you when we get there. It's a VW Razor Edge. I mean, what more can I say? It's banging. Massive thanks to Joel for lending me it for evening, unfortunately not forever. I'm going to do a bit of a deep dive into what Joel's done to this car. I'm going to sort of tell you a little bit about history, the repairs that it's had. I'm going to go around exterior, interior, going to put a few photos on, things of that nature, and then we're going to go for a drive back to Joel's house and have a little bit of fun with it, because that's what it's all about. So come on, let's go. So this is Joel's 1966 VW Razor Edge, and I mean, they are absolutely stunning cars. We can all agree on that, I'm sure. VW and Karmann absolutely knocked it out of park with these. Lines and everything is just next level. I mean, they are stunning. Such a rare car as well. Just don't get many on roads these days either. So I'll tell you a little bit in an history, obviously, how Joel came to acquire it. It was quite a simple story, but basically Joel, this was like his dream car. He'd always wanted a Razor. This popped up on Facebook, bit under the radar, few very limited photos of it, just sort of sat in the back of a garage. It had been sat off-road for 45 years. So basically Joel said to the guy, look, I'm really interested, I really want it. So they made a deal on it. Looking from the limited photos that he did get, it looked fairly reasonable condition, as they always do. So it turned up X amount of time later, obviously on flatbed, and then Joel started poking, like you do, and prodding at car, and it was bad. Like, from what you've seen, this looks really nice. So it's usual story as it goes. Start poking and prodding right arches, and there was no there. I am talking literally bottom 6 to 9 inches, everywhere you can sort of see on this car, non-existent. The amount of work that Joel sort of put into this is unbelievable. Just with a few help from his friends, and a lot of dedication and time from him. So he bought this car about 5 years ago. He'd done his digging, he'd done his poking, realised that it was in massive need of work. The amount of welding and bit restoration that it needed was just really significant. And like we all do, I think we just get a bit like, that is too much, I can't be arsed, have I got time for it? So he cut majority at rot art, and it basically just sat for 5 years. No motivation to do it, which, can you blame him? I'll put some photos of like the befores as well, so you get a bit of a contrast to like the befores and after, because it's unbelievable. So I thought, right, I'll go around one day, we'll try and make a start. So I went round, started doing a little bit of fabrication. We started trying to get some bits welded in, and I think it basically spurred And we all spurred each other on to sort of like get Joel going with it. So I think obviously once we started seeing sills going, it was like a bit in a burning fire. It was like, right, actually I can see some progress on car. Once Joel had got that burning fire for it, it was like every night then after work, straight in garage, I can see some progress, get a bit more done, I'll weld this bit, weld that. And we've got a show coming up, driver's collection, which if you've not been, check it out, it's banging. But that was like his deadline. It was like, look, I want to get this car done for driver's collection. And five months later, 6 months later, this were it. It's unbelievable. Yeah, like the old boy that used to own this, he must have been an absolute King Kong professional bodger. Because, like as I mentioned before, when it first turned up, it didn't probably actually look that bad until you started poking and prodding with a screwdriver and things like that. But it was horrendous. Like Joel will tell you, it was full of concrete, it had got fiberglass in it, it got newspaper, all making arches what they basically were. And it looked pretty decent. It's sort of like from 10 foot away, you'd have thought, oh yeah, it's a rock solid car, until you realised it was made out of Sun newspaper and all the rest of it, fandangles. But it's nice to see cars like this actually get put back on road, especially after a lot of effort and time. So let's dig in. Alt bottom sort of 6 to 9 inch rear arches, and not just externally, all internals have needed to be done. All this rear arch ended up having to be replaced. Obviously Joel's put some nice additional cosmic wheels on it. The chassis itself completely rotten. It's ended up having new floors. Every single nut and bolt on that chassis has been replaced. Brakes, new drums, everything, new wheel bolts, you name it. Every single brake line's been replaced. All these sills have had to be redone. All these rear arches have had to be remade. There's obviously the sill on the inside at the door. All this has had to be redone. There was nothing left whatsoever. The front arch all had to be remade. Luckily top arch was not too bad. But then you get to inner arches, all them had to be redone. Or bottom end of this front arch. These front ends on both sides were horrific. So all these have had to be re-sculpted, remoulded. Rubber seals. Same again round here. You're talking new fuel tank underneath. Every single part of master cylinder, all your reservoir has all been redone. It's basically a nut and bolt restoration underneath this car. It's had everything. Same on this side, there were no exceptions. It was lower arches, alt sills, not just externally that you can see here. It was all the internals had to be redone. Same again on this side, rear arch ended up having to be replaced. And Joel did all these just in a garage with a bit of motivation. So come round to the back end and he's built a custom made stainless exhaust. All engines being sort of gone through, he's rebuilt all top end. Nice, reliable, you get in turnkey, goes. He built a custom air ride system for it, so it's been put onto 3P airlift. So it's got air shocks front, rear. It's got bags on rear, like a custom bag setup that Joel made his son. So we'll have a little dive into interior. Like I said, no doubt there's going to be something that I'm going to forget. But original seats, cleaned up well, surprisingly for age. Not too bad in here actually, by the sounds of it. I'm sure Joel just said that obviously with a case of new carpets, get a good general tidy up. Apparently all electrics worked, funnily enough. It were actually not too bad. Yeah, all gubbins, the inner door sills there, all had to be redone. So obviously because all lower end of car needed to pretty much be replaced. Good friend of Joel and mine is called Steve. He came round and he painted bottom end of car for Joel, just as a bit in a, so it blends in nice. And they spent like a few days buffing it and tarting it up so it all blends into sort of original paintwork and patina. And to be honest, I think they've done a fantastic job of it. It looks amazing. You can't even tell. All nice original patina on top end. Nice little side repeaters that are working. So yeah, finally got it back on its feet after all them years. Sat off at road for 45 years. In its space of between 5 and 6 months. It's literally had everything 9 inches down, pretty much redone on it. Hell of a lot of work. But is it worth it? Definitely. And this is what it's all about. Days like today, just coming out, having a nice drive, taking it to shows. It's been quite a lot of people pull up, it's been quite a busy road. Just stopping, asking about it, saying, oh, what is it? And I'm like, it's not mine. They're all asking to buy it. And I'm like, no, it's not mine, it's my friend's, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it's such a cool car. But I just wanted to sort of end video here and just basically say this is where this car was sat for approximately 5 years, half in bits, rotten, and with a few basic tools, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a little bit of help from friends to spur you on, and I just think that is exactly what it's all about. And that to me is what car scene is. getting something on road, having some fun with it, and just going for a drive, and then sharing memories as you're going along. Really hope you've enjoyed that one. Might do a few more of these. Wouldn't mind getting my Karmann gear out at some point for one of the videos. Do a few like that Porsche, we'll take it for a spin. Hopefully when weather picks up a little bit, we'll get back out in Porsche and do some bit more nice scenic views and things like that. But plenty of video ideas to come, and yeah, stick with us. If you've enjoyed it, drop us a sub, it's really appreciated. I'm trying to get channel going a little bit. You don't have to like it, there's no obligation, but it all really means a lot, so I appreciate it. Cheers for watching, and I'll catch you next one. See you later.